What's good? What's good? Kind of out of frame a little bit. Let y'all fall through here real quick. Y'all come through here real quick. Y'all let me know what's up. What's up? What's up, Houston? Y'all comment. Y'all let me know y'all up in here. Let me know what's up. What's up, D Houston? What's good? I'm damn near an hour late. No, I ain't. I said, well, if you see me on Instagram, I said 7:30. I'm actually like 15 minutes late. But yeah. Make sure y'all come through. Make sure you hit that like button when y'all come through. Let some of y'all fall through a little bit. You see my Instagram different from my YouTube name, huh? Yeah. What's good, front runner? What's the deal? Y'all come through here real quick and we can get started. Pierce a lock for fancy this week. No, we might be going up against the worst rushing defense in the NFL. But are you got? I mean, are you gonna stay committed to the run? He only had 15 carries last week. That's kind of was frustrating with that. He only had 15 carries. So you know what I'm saying, let some of y'all come fall through a little bit before we get started. Your prediction was wrong, Spitz. The Browns. Yeah, yeah. I already started off kind of. Like I said, I'm gonna keep track. I got track of all the games, all my picks for this week. So on Tuesday, no, Wednesday, I'm 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 gonna put how many whatchamacallit, put what my record is. I don't know if I'm gonna have it at the bottom of the screen or not. Have it somewhere. If I could try to put it at the bottom of the screen or not. Exactly what my record was. But yeah, started off kind of bad already. Started off kind of bad already. We gonna talk about the college though, and then we gonna jump back into some NFL too. We gonna sprinkle in a little college, sprinkle in a little college. It's Allen time. Is it Allen time? Is it Allen time? I have Christian McCaffrey. Oh, you must be Christian McCaffrey. Have Christian McCaffrey and Eckler as my starters, but I'm gonna start Pierce. I don't know I forgot who Carolina played this week. I know the Chargers played Jacksonville, so I definitely would start Eckler. Who your flex? You might have all three of them playing. Depending on who you got as a flex. Depending on who you got as a flex, you might be able to start Austin. I mean, yeah, you might be able to start all of them. Would you trade a second? Would you trade a second pick for Jordan Love? I like Jordan Love's arm. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say no. The reason why I'm gonna say no is because I really wasn't a fan of Jordan Love coming out of Utah State. Uh, now, granted, I only watched um Only watched two games of Jordan Love. Because I had no reason to evaluate Jordan Love because at the time we still had Deshaun and yeah, because I think Jordan Love was drafted in the 2020 draft. So yeah, at the time there was no need to evaluate Jordan Love. So I watched it. I watched two of his games in the regular season. Then the reason why I actually even watched Jordan Love because people were comparing him to Mahomes, which wasn't a comparison to him. And he has an arm, but I mean he does have a big arm, but it's not. I wouldn't compare him to Mahomes. Uh, so I watched two of his games and I wasn't impressed from what I seen. Of the two games that I seen, I really wasn't all that impressed. So there is that. Like I said, I wasn't all that impressed with what I seen for the two games that I seen from him. But I really don't know. Like I said, me personally, I wouldn't because to be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know if the quarterbacks in this draft class, if I like them more than Jordan Love. Like I said, I didn't evaluate Jordan Love. I just watched two games, and I didn't like what. Like I said, I wasn't impressed from what I seen. So, I personally wouldn't trade a second round pick for Jordan Love. I would understand if the Texans or any team would do it. I would get it. I wouldn't be mad at it. I would definitely think that you would need to build the offense around him, and because he has such a live arm, you would need to do what uh the Texans did do Deshaun Watson's last year in Houston is get a whole bunch of fast receivers like how you win. You trade for Brandon Cooks, you already had Will Fuller. You supposed to have Kenny Stills, but Kenny Stills want to be a social activist instead of being a football player. uh, and then Kiki couldn't stay healthy or fumbled the football. But they tried to build, they tried to have a speed led team. I think if you have Jordan Love, I think that's what you would need. I think you would need none but fast receivers, maybe one big supreme target, and then one big supreme target like a Nico or whatever, and that could be your offense. Yeah, that I think that would be the best way uh to help Jordan Love succeed. So if you do something like that, if you do trade for Jordan Love, that's what you would do. But me, like I say, I'm gonna lean towards no because, like I say, I wasn't really all that high on Jordan Love coming out. But if you would do it, or if the team would do it, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I was like, okay, you just need to start building, a little bit better. Make sure you build around it. I got Mike Williams at the flex. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Mills don't look like the same QB from last season. Yeah, he do. He do like the same QB last season. Y'all just act like y'all didn't want to see what y'all seeing right now, but it's a whole nother conversation. Do you think the Deshaun does good with the Browns? Eventually, yeah. I don't know if he's going to do good. I don't know about this season. Maybe not. Maybe start of next year. But yeah, I think eventually because I think Deshaun, even though Josh Allen's on the tear, I believe that Deshaun Watson went healthy until until he proved otherwise. Or like say if he comes back and has a lot of rust, which I mean he probably would. I believe Deshaun's the second best quarterback in the league behind Mahomes. Like I said, I'm not counting Brady or Rodgers like those guys. I'm not counting those guys. I'm talking about everybody else. I think Deshaun Watson is the second best quarterback in the NFL. Just because he's no longer a Texan doesn't mean I'm gonna change my stance on that. Like I'm not that type of I'm not that type of person. I'm not a flip flopper. I believe that he's the second. I believe he was the second best quarterback in the league. Nothing is proven. Even though Josh Allen has jumped up tremendously, uh, I think a lot of stuff. I think a lot of Josh Allen is no the team is winning and he does look good, but Josh Allen still does Josh Allen things. He still turns the ball over, stuff like that. But his mistakes are kind of similar to Brett Favre as far as like he makes so many plays that his mistakes are minimized. Like I hit the mistakes that he does make is minimized. And like I say, all players make mistakes. You're not gonna find the perfect play. Every player makes mistakes. Uh, so I definitely think that Josh Allen is up there. I definitely believe Josh Allen is a top five player, top five quarterback. But I think but when Deshaun Watson plays and once he gets his legs up under him, I believe Deshaun's the second best quarterback in the league. YouTube doesn't even send out notification. What's good? What's good? What's good, Wise? Yes, hit the like button already. What's up, Michael? What's good with it? Better than Mills? I agree. I agree, Wise, that he is. I agree that Jordan Love is better than Mills. I'm just saying about trading the second round pick. I didn't. I wasn't that high on Jordan Love coming out. So me personally, I wouldn't. I would want to evaluate these quarterbacks more. But who knows? By the end of the season, after these quarterbacks they're in the draft, after I evaluate them, I might be like, you know what? Maybe Jordan Love it will be the better option. I don't know. People really make excuses for Mills being inaccurate. I showed Spitz and Instagram. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that is definitely true. Now, like I said, well, speaking of quarterbacks, since we were talking about college quarterbacks and people for the draft, let's talk about this college football week because unlike last week when there really was no real interesting game, like going into the week, I think Oregon and BYU, and it's another game I forgot. I forgot what the other game was last week. It was only two times two ranked opponents played each other. You got a little bit better games this week. Well, when it comes to college football, start off you got number five undefeated Clemson versus number 21 undefeated Wake Forest. Uh, that's the first game we're gonna schedule. Gonna be on ABC tomorrow morning. Uh, Probably Clemson's gonna win. I'm pretty sure Clemson's gonna win. Uh, You got 24 Pittsburgh versus Rhode Island. Both teams are 2-1. I mean, I think Pittsburgh will win. You got 17. You got 17 Baylor, 2-1, 17 Baylor versus undefeated Iowa State. Even though undefeated Iowa State is not ranked, so obviously I believe if Iowa State wins, they become ranked. Uh, Stay with the state. I'm gonna go. I hope Baylor wins. I'm gonna take Baylor. You got undefeated number four Michigan versus undefeated non-ranked Maryland. I think Michigan wins. You got 3-0 number 14 Penn State versus 1-2 Central Michigan. I think Penn State wins. You got number one Georgia versus Kent State. I think Georgia wins. You got number 25 Miami going against Midland Tennessee. I think Miami wins. A game is very interesting to watch, and I think people should definitely have their eyes on is number 11 Tennessee going to number 3-0 number 11 Tennessee going up against playing at home. I think playing at home versus number 20 2-1 Florida Gators. Reason why I think this game is something because I have a dark horse quarterback that's going to be playing in this game. And it's not the kid from Florida, Anthony Richardson. Everybody's talking about, and like I told the guys in the Discord, don't bring me Anthony Richardson anymore. Anthony Richardson has played 4 games. He's he's 41. He has 41 completions off of 77 attempts for a completion percentage of 53.2. Has 423 yards, no touchdowns, 4 interceptions, with a quarterback rating of 89. Now, yeah, and then he only has 134 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. People overblow that first game where he rushed for because those 3 rushing touchdowns came in that first game against Utah. People have overhyped that game, and it was at one point people talking about top 10. Also talking about he could potentially be the number one player in the draft. Don't see it at all. Don't see it at all. Even if he cleans it up, Don't see it at all. Like I said, when he played 2 weeks ago when he played against Kentucky, when it was him versus what's the guy named Will Levis, that they was head to head. All the pressure was on, and both of them, in my opinion, wet the bed. Both of them left a lot to be desired, and I wouldn't take either one of them with a top 15 or a top 20 pick. I wouldn't take Anthony Richardson with the first or second round pick. To be honest with you, I wouldn't take Anthony Richardson with the first or the second round pick. Might not even take him with the third round pick. Like me personally, I don't like what I seen. And I only watched one game from looking at the numbers, and then the game that I watched when all the pressure was on. To me, like I said, he wet the bed. So I wouldn't. That's not who I'm leaning towards. But the quarterback I'm looking at is Hinder Hendon Hooker or Hayden Hooker. My bad, Hayden Hooker. Quarterback out of Tennessee. Now this kid here is he has 59 completions off of 85 attempts for a 69.4 completion percentage, 844 yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, with a quarterback rating of 176.1, and also. I mean, rushing really hasn't done too much. Got 63 rushing yards, has 2 rushing touchdowns. The kid is what 6'4", I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 6'4". Um, Yeah, he's 6'4", 218 pounds. Has a big arm. Has a big arm. Their offense is a very wide open offense. They like to throw the ball downfield, so it's a very fun offense to watch. So I recommend that's a game to watch. I think he's a dark horse. I don't think he's a first round quarterback right now. So definitely don't think he's a top 10 pick or a top 15 pick. But I think he's somebody who possibly could be a second round quarterback. And who knows? If he continues to play the way he's been playing, I mean, if you look at his numbers last year, his numbers last year were not that bad either. I mean, last year you're talking about he had 180 completions off of 261 attempts for 69 completion percentage, 2,567 yards, 26 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 182.2. So he played well last year. So if he continues to play the way he played, I mean, we're going to know pretty soon about him because he plays Alabama, he plays Georgia this year. If I'm not mistaken, I think they might play A&M as well. I know they play Alabama and Georgia. Oh, and Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, and Kentucky. So you're gonna see him head to head against Bryce Young against the Alabama defense. You're gonna see him go one against the number one team in the country as right now in Georgia, and you're gonna see him go up against another first round prospect, and Will Levis against Kentucky. So we'll know about him pretty soon. We will know about him within the next 3 to 4 weeks. We definitely will know more about him. But like I said, I'm not saying he's a top 15, top 10, top 20, even first round quarterback now. But he could elevate and get to the back half of their first round. Team that got 2 first round picks in the Texans. More than likely will have a high second round pick as well. Who knows? You might be able to get your Willie Andersons and maybe able to get your Bouteilles out of LSU and still jump back into the back half of the first round or draft this kid in the second round. You just never know if that might be the play. So that's a game, like I said, number 11 Tennessee versus number 20 Florida tomorrow at 2:30 on CBS. I definitely recommend that game to watch. I'm going for, I think Tennessee will take it because I like what I see out of this quarterback and I want to see more. And I think that he got enough to win. I think he'll probably lose against Bama and Georgia, but I think they'll be very decent. I think they'll be very decent. Next we got 2-1 number 15 Oregon versus undefeated Washington State. Like I said, it's a lot of teams. It's a lot of ranked teams playing against unranked opponents that are undefeated, and not just like a Rhode Island or something like that. I mean, you got Iowa State, Maryland, and like I said, now Washington State, like teams in big conferences is undefeated. I still think Oregon wins, but hey, I still think Oregon wins. I think Oregon wins, but it should be a good game to watch. You got number 16 Ole Miss versus number 2-1 Tulsa. I think Ole Miss wins. You have number 8 Kentucky, undefeated Kentucky, going up against Northern Iowa. I think undefeated Kentucky wins. And I see why, as you talked about KJ Jefferson. funny that you mentioned that because the next game, undefeated number 10 Arkansas goes in the Kyle Field to face number 23, 2-1 A&M. No, A&M lost to Appalachian State, but that's a game to watch. Tomorrow ESPN 6 o'clock. Like it's some games to watch tomorrow. Like last week left a little bit for it's some games to watch tomorrow. It's some games to watch tomorrow. Undefeated number 12 NC State goes up against 1-3 Connecticut. I think North Carolina State wins. Oh, Arkansas versus A&M. I think A&M wins. You have number 3 undefeated Ohio State versus 2-1 Wisconsin. I think Ohio State wins. That's a game to watch. So, I mean, hey, we'll talk about C.J. Stroud, ABC tomorrow at 6:30. You may watch him against a Pac-10 opponent, not Pac-10, a Big Ten opponent. So, hey, again, something to watch. Something to watch. I think Ohio State wins. You have number 2, 3-0 undefeated Alabama versus 3-1 Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's 3-1. I think Alabama wins, but hey, that's what they play. Number 6 undefeated Oklahoma State go against 2-1 Kansas State. I think Oklahoma wins. I mean, I said Oklahoma State. I mean Oklahoma. I'm sorry, Oklahoma Sooners. Number 6 Oklahoma Sooners. I think Oklahoma wins. Number 7 undefeated USC goes to undefeated Oregon State. I think Oregon State gets the upset. I think Oregon State wins and beats USC because they're in Oregon State. I think Oregon State wins. So I'm pretty sure Brent Cookson will crunk. I just said that. Number 2-1 BYU. Number 19 2-1 BYU goes up against number 3-1 Wyoming. I think BYU wins. Number 13 2-1 Utah goes against 1-2 Arizona State. I think Utah wins. Undefeated 3-0 number 18 Washington goes up against 1-1 Stanford. I think Washington wins. And then the game of the week, the college game of the week, y'all already know what it was. 2-1 number 22 UT goes to Lubbock to take on 2-1 Texas Tech. Y'all know I'm gonna go Texas Tech. I don't know why y'all ain't stop. Why y'all come on, stop. Y'all already know. Y'all know I was gonna go Texas Tech. You know I was gonna go Texas Tech. You already know. I don't even know why y'all even looking for it. Cause y'all already know what I was gonna say. I already know I was gonna say Texas Tech. Y'all already know I was gonna say Texas Tech. I don't know why y'all tripping. Why y'all tripping? Texas Tech gonna win. I know I said that we was gonna beat NC State. I understand that. I ain't know that 3 of our defensive stars gonna get hurt on 3 consecutive drives. We lost a safety, a linebacker, and a DN. Or was it a corner? There was safety. Safety, a linebacker. We lost a person on all 3 levels of the defense. But that's really no excuse because actually, to be honest, NC State should have blew us out. NC State was shooting themselves in the foot. Like they would. NC State was shooting. NC State was shooting themselves in the foot. NC State really should. They really should have beat us worse than what they They really should have beat us worse than what they actually beat us. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. The Tech did not play well against NC State last week. Like I said, when I first seen the schedule and I seen that we play NC State, I thought it was a misprint for one, and then 2. I'm like, cause like it just seemed like just a weird school, out rim school to play. But I was happy because okay, we're gonna play somebody outside of the South, and cause like normally if we play a big opponent out, normally we play a big opponent outside of the Big 12. It would be either an SEC opponent, like we'll play, like we didn't play Arkansas, we didn't play LSU, we didn't play Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? We didn't play it'd be a Southern Reads team, or it would be a West Coast team like an Arizona State or Arizona or Washington, or it'd be either a Pac-12 West Coast team or like a Southern team, like a team in the Southern region. So to play NC State I know one time before, like this is back in the day, this is back in the early 2000s. We played Ohio State one time, and that was weird. Like we play Ohio State. I think we played Michigan one time too. Like so to play a northern school, um, no technically I know Carolina, like it's technically is a southern state, but yeah, I know what I mean. Like, it was a school I was surprised that we played. It was a squad surprise we played, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm not tripping. I'm definitely think we're gonna beat UT. Like, no, I'm definitely think we're gonna beat UT. That's the reason why I want UT to beat Alabama, so they could beat Alabama, and then we could beat UT. So in conjunction, we beat Bama. But hey, that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, I got Texas Tech winning. I see y'all in here in the chat hating, talking about y'all got Texas about 21. That's fine. That's perfectly okay. Y'all can have Texas about 21. That's fine. I don't care that y'all have Texas about 21. I don't care. I don't care. Cause Wise ain't talking about that. Wise, you also the same person said that it was that U of H was going to win by 20, and they did. So hey, it is what it is. I'm not tripping. But like I said, this week college football is way, like I said, it's way more exciting. It's way more matchups to watch and way more games to watch. Like I say, like outside, me, I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes glued on Texas Tech and Texas. But I mean, but yeah, like Tennessee, Florida, that's a huge game I'm looking at. Like I said, Arkansas, Alabama, Ohio State, Wisconsin, like I said, USC, Oregon State. These are games. It's a lot of college games this weekend. I'm definitely want to keep my eye. I definitely want to keep my eyes on. I definitely want to keep my eyes on. So it's definitely like a lot of college football games that I definitely want to watch, and some quarterbacks that I want to. I definitely want to keep my eyes and on some of these games, and like I said, also some of these quarterbacks gonna be playing, see if they potentially are guys who we want to look after when it comes to Houston Texans. Okay, I know what y'all saying. I know what y'all probably saying while I'm talking about quarterbacks. I thought you would get them to the bye week, and as I know, I said I was giving Davis Mills to the bye week. I know I said that. I know I said Davis Mills. I was gonna give him to the bye week. Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't. These last 2 weeks have been so frustrating. I can't like just sit around and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just give Cuz to the bye week. Like, nah, Cuz I need Cuz to play better. I definitely need Cuz to play better. I definitely need him to play better because what? Yeah, I just need him to play better. I just do. Hey, Wise. Hey, I don't know if you did. Hey, let everybody know in the Discord I'm live. I know we've been live for about 20 some minutes, and I ain't even tell you. My bad. I forgot. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't thinking to put it myself. I wasn't thinking to tell you. So hey, if you don't mind, bro, do that. Let's see what y'all talking about. I know y'all talking hot trash. People forgot Watson is him, and he he beat. Would you rather have Casario spend big money on a free agent player on defense side or offensive side? Devin White is free. To be honest, I don't want him to spend money on a big free agent. Period. I don't. Um. Um. Yeah, I don't want him to spend money on the big free agent. Period. The Texans are not. We're not. We're not at the spot yet where paying a free agent is going to do you anything. Like how Buffalo pay Von Miller. Like they are in the spot where they can pay Von Miller because of like where their team is at. Like our team is not there yet. So we not I like you're not if you pay you'll be paying big money for a free agent to possibly potentially just win the AFC South and lose in the first round of the playoffs. So I don't, unless the big free agent is Unless you're talking about giving Lamar Jackson a fully guaranteed contract, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not even 100% on board with it. Not because I don't think it deserves. I definitely think Lamar Jackson deserves the money. And I would love to have him as a Houston Texan. I just think it'd probably be more beneficial for the Texans to actually draft a quarterback. Um, Not because like the whole is he won't take up the most of the cap space, because I think eventually when you draft your quarterback and your quarterback is good, you're eventually going to be paying them anyway. And actually, if you draft a quarterback, more than likely that money that you be giving Lamar Jackson, you're gonna be giving this quarterback way more, because eventually, because his contract be coming after Lamar Jackson gets his said contract, so you'll be paying more than 230. Like uh you'll be paying three, if not three and a half, eventually. Especially if those quarterbacks look the part. So that's what I'm looking at. But I just, you know what I'm saying? It's something about drafting a player and having it's something about drafting the player, having a player who quote unquote homegrown, like a player that's a quote unquote person that you raise or whatever. Like it's just something about that. So I would like I said, I move towards that line. You know what I'm saying? I prefer uh that be the case. I prefer, you know what I'm saying? I prefer that be the case. Um, Rather than go out and sign Lamar Jackson, and like I said, any other free agent. We're not at the spot that signing a big name free agent is even valid. Like it's not going to move the needle either way. So I'm really not really like, save your money and wait. Keep your cap flexibility into a future year when it makes sense to sign the big name free agent, because once you sign a big name free agent, um your team can actually make some noise. And man, please hit that like button. Man, hit that like button. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. Go on here, hit the like button. And you know, it's Friday. We heading to the weekend. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be so kind, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, want to toss me something, toss me. You know, it's the super chat button up in there, somewhere on the comments. When y'all typing and commenting, commenting, typing and commenting, it's a little dollar sign thing right there. You know what I'm saying? If you know, because if the super chat that pop up, I definitely answer your question quick, like a lot sooner, quick, fast, lightning fast, real hard, what's the word? In a hurry, yeah, real in lightning fast, in a hurry. So hey, you know what I'm saying? If you want to toss me something, go ahead and toss me something. Be kind. You know what I'm saying? Help out. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna wanna throw a little change, hey, but hit that like button though, cause you ain't gotta throw no change. Hit like button. I understand you ain't got no change to throw. Hey, it's hard times. I get it, I understand. But that like button is free though. You can hit that like button. You don't hit that like button. I see way more people than likes. Only see 5 likes. Like, come on, man. Come on. I thought y'all rock with your boy. Hit that like button. Allen has grown a lot from the playoff game. Yeah, he has. He definitely has. Give me Spencer Rattler. For what? Why do you want Spencer Rattler? What is you trying to do with Spencer Rattler? Oh no, I just playing. I'm high on Caleb Williams. I gotta watch some Caleb Williams. I do gotta watch some Caleb Williams. I hope they don't keep running Mills. Oh, they're gonna keep. Oh, I'll keep on saying the bye week. Davis Mills is definitely gonna get to the bye week. I don't know if he will get after the bye week. I'm gonna probably say more than likely, yeah. Uh, Not because they like Davis Mills. I actually think they'll just keep tossing Davis Mills out there because they think Davis Mills is the best chance to help them lose. To be honest with you, like, cause I'm be honest. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this question. Like seriously, 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 seriously. If Kyle Allen plays in the last two games, are the Texans 2-0, 0-2, or the same record? Everything else plays the same. You know what I'm saying? Like the defense, there's nothing changes with the defense still plays the way they play. The opposing offenses still play the way they play. But obviously, Kyle Allen will dictate if the Texans offense plays the same, the worse or better. So nothing out of the ordinary. Just everything else is playing the same, but instead of Davis Mills, you have Kyle Allen out there. Does the offense play the same, better, or worse? And this the Texans record 2-0, 0-2, or the same? What y'all think? I have my answer. I want to know what y'all think. So y'all comment. I'm gonna give y'all some time. Y'all comment. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna give y'all some time because I have my answer of what I think the Texans record would be. Let me see. I'm gonna read some more comments before I can get in there. Whatever happened to the hype around the quarterback from Clemson? He was supposed to be better than Watson. No, it was not because I think when I knew something wrong with Cuz when that boy name is when Trevor Lawrence had COVID and he went out there and played and I'm like nah, hey nah. He ain't it either. He not him. Grayson McCall balled out. Yeah, I know you keep on talking about him. I got to watch some Grayson McCall. I been watching them and wise. What do you think about Jefferson from Arkansas? I'm gonna watch some. I'm gonna watch a little bit on him too. I haven't really seen a lot of KJ Jefferson. I've heard some stuff about him, but I got to see some stuff. I definitely got to see some stuff. Texas. Okay. I can never find Texas games on TV because you ain't looking. They play on Fox. You know this game gonna be on ESPN against Texas. But they play on Fox. Okay. Front runner, you say 2-0. Premier, you say 2-0 for sure. Allen on talent better than Mill. Allen has to be on the Mill. Allen not scared to run also. I think you talking about the game versus. Okay. Um, I agree actually. I think the Texans are 2-0. Um, maybe, possibly 1-1. The reason why I say possibly, maybe 1-1 is because of the game last week. Um, yeah, if the score was still the same as far as like going into the fourth quarter down, going to the fourth quarter only up 9-3. I mean 9-6. It's only a one possession game. Uh, yeah, I can see that, but he's beating the Colts. One, I actually think that game doesn't even go to overtime because I don't think that the Colts even get a chance to tie. I don't think it'll be 20-3 going into the fourth quarter. I think it's probably like 23-3. For one, for two, even when the Colts started to score, I think that uh Kyle Allen can I think Kyle Allen can actually get you some points and make sure the game doesn't go into overtime. So I think Kyle Allen beats the Colts. The game last week against the Broncos is slightly more tricky, but here's the thing though. Here's the flip side and the reason why I actually do think they will go 2-0 because like I said, I think part of the biggest things, the biggest tell about how I feel like the organization is telling you what they really feel with Davis Mills is, like I said, I looked it up, I rewatched it, I said it on my video, then I went back and rewatched it while we was going live on Sauce the other night on Fox. Shout out to everybody in South Sports. Uh, it was a minute. Uh, it was a minute five. It was a minute five when Russell Wilson throws an incomplete pass. Texans had two timeouts. Um, they run the football. Texans do not lick the timeout. Then they try another pass in the red zone and don't whatever. Kick a field goal. Texans get the ball back with like either 30 seconds or 29 seconds, something like that. Had both their timeouts too, but they could have not had none of their timeouts and got the ball back with 50 seconds. And on the road, tied at 6, going in overtime, going in halftime, while you're the underdog, and the Broncos get the ball back, start the second half. I think if Kyle Allen's out there, I believe that Lovey calls those timeouts, and especially with an arm like Kyle Allen, who has I ain't saying Kyle Allen got to just rocket arm, but he has a better arm than Davis Mills, and you have a speed receiver in Brandon Cooks. You have a decent guy with speed and Chris Moore. Even Chris Conley has some type of level of speed. I think they're pushing the ball downfield. And to try pushing the ball downfield, and even if they allow, even if they place a prevent, even if the Broncos play prevent, that actually still benefits the Texans because of O.J. Howard and Brevin Jordan and Pharaoh Brown and stuff underneath, that they could actually get good chunk plays underneath, because it wasn't like you just needed to get a touchdown. Of course, yeah, you prefer to get one. You just need to move the ball close enough to give Miami a chance. And I believe that that's what would happen if they would have used Kyle Allen in that instance, in that sequence. So then you go up to halftime, you're going to halftime up 9-6, and then I think they get a touchdown. Like the whole Brevin Jordan, not Brevin Jordan, but whole Brandon Cooks throwing the ball too low for Brandon Cooks, and then the very next play throwing too high. I think even if he throws an incompletion to Brandon Cooks initially, I think he throws a jump ball up to Nico, and I think Nico comes down with it. And you say Jordan, I'm not saying Jordan is a good tight end. I'm just saying with them able to use their tight ends, they could use their underneath game to move down the field. That's all I'm saying. And I believe using O.J. Howard in that red zone instance as well. So, like I say, instead of going halftime tied at 6, you would go halftime up 9-6. And instead of going into the fourth quarter up 9-6, you would be going up in the fourth quarter, in my opinion. You'd be going up in the fourth quarter 16-6, going into the fourth quarter. Now, when they try to make they look come back and they kick their little field goal, whatever the case, I can't remember if they kicked the field goal first and tied up at 9, or they scored a touchdown first. I can't remember exactly the order, but when they start to try to make they somewhat comeback, you still have either a 3-point cushion or a 7-point cushion, depending on which they got first, they touchdown or they field goal, and go in the fourth quarter, and you be able, I think, Kyle Allen can tack on, add a little bit more to it, and you're sitting here with a victory over the Broncos, and you're 2-0 instead of 0-1-1. So I do think I say all that to say this because this is how this conversation started, because it's about, do you believe do you think they're gonna try Mills out there all season? I do. No matter how bad Mills plays, I think Mills will not get benched off of play. At least before the last I would say 10 games, but 7 games is still a lot of games to play. A lot can happen in 7 games. You can play yourself out of a playoff position. I was about to say it depends on maybe how the rest of the board is looking. Where it look like your Cleveland pick may fall, may where it look like you may fall. Rather well, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Kylan is gonna go there go undefeated, but I think Kylan does give the Texans a better chance, and I think the Texans know that. That's the reason why they want to play Davis Mills. One, to see exactly if they can get something out of him, and two, if they can't get nothing out of him, they know that they can get a better draft position out of him. Because to be honest, I think that's part of the reason why they I think that's part of the reason why they played Davis Mills down the stretch last year. Do you really think they thought they were gonna beat the Chargers? Do you really think they thought they were gonna beat? They probably thought they were gonna beat Jacksonville. You really thought they were gonna beat the Chargers? Do you really think they thought they were gonna beat the Chargers? They just looked up the Texans still ended up only having had the third pick in the draft. But I think I think Cubs could have won some more games. I think we y'all could have possibly potentially won another game or two. Who knows now? Instead of picking third in the draft, you could be picking fifth. But who knows? But I don't. I think Davis Mills plays the remaining of the year. Like I said, if he gets benched behind performance, it would be like the last 3 games of the season. I think no more than 3 or 4. Now injury, that's a whole another story. But I'm talking about specifically getting benched off a play. I don't really think so. Davis Mills struggled in the preseason and even worse this season. How pitiful of these Migos fans over here. Oh, man, that's had one. This is the thing. This is the thing. This. I agree. But like I told y'all before, man. Like when it comes to Davis Mills, it's because when it comes to Davis Mills that people are so upset. People are so upset about the whole Deshaun Watson thing, and they thirsty. They thirsty for a franchise quarterback. They 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 so thirsty for a franchise QB that anybody who says they like Houston, anybody that says anything wants to embrace the city or embrace the team, oh man, yeah, look at my quarterback. Look, look at he's wholesome. He's with his girlfriend. Like he's not to get like all these type of situations. And like I said, those were the same people who was my boy D.Y. in the Billy truck. Oh yeah, I see you represent, baby. Like they're the same ones that was doing that. You know what I'm saying? They were the same ones that did that. The same ones that say the stuff they saying now. The same ones that had the Deshaun Watson jerseys and D-Defoe, they slime season, all that type of stuff. They was doing all that. They were doing all that. And they the same ones who don't like them now. Or talking about Mills this and Mills that. So, but that's all it is like I said, Davis Mills is the rebound chick. That's what Davis Mills is. He's the rebound chick. He's the person who people like when they was in a bad relationship or a long relationship, whatever, get their heart broken, whatever the case may be. The very first person that pop up on them, the very first person to pop up on them, show them some little attention. You know what I'm saying? They in love with. Oh, that's wifey right there. That's bae right there. That's wifey right there. That's bae right there. They the same. That's them. That's them. That's what they doing. That's exactly what they doing. That's what Davis Mills is to them. That's what Davis Mills is to them. Exactly what it is to them. And oh snap. Like that's exactly that's what Davis Mills is to them. Oh, what's going on? There you go. Yeah. Like that's what Davis Mills is to them. So it is what it is. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see how things pan out. Like, and I think they're just fighting too hard because yeah, even though Davis Mills is not, he ain't out there just playing horrific football like I have butt fumbling and stuff like that. But he's not playing good football. He's playing Brock Osweiler level football. He's playing Tom Savage level football. He's playing. He's not even playing. He's not even playing Brian Hoyer or Ron Fitzpatrick level. He's playing he's playing like I say Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage level football. That's how he's playing, and I think the Texan fans will eventually get tired of it. Now the sad part is the Texans could eventually be the number one seed uh, in the AFC South. Not in the AFC obviously, but to be number one in the AFC South after this week because they could be 1-1-1, and I think everybody else is going to be either 0-3 in Tennessee because they play the Raiders, 1-2 for the Jags because they play the Chargers, and then 0-2-1 the Colts because they play the Kansas City Chiefs. So so Texas could fool around and be 1-1-1 and win and be leading the division, and that's gonna feed Mills fans even more. Even if he plays horrible and they win off a defense performance, that's just what's gonna happen. Mills would be back up for the rest of his career. Yeah, I said that. I thought he was that his ceiling was a third to second string quarterback, and that's yeah. Colts play the Chiefs. Yeah. Colts play the Chiefs. Yes. Colts play the Chiefs. The Colts suck with Matt Ryan as their quarterback. Yeah, Matty Ice ain't it. Matty Ice out there melting. You see why the Falcons was ready to give up on him. But hey, I appreciate y'all coming through here, chilling and kicking it with me. I said Saturday, chilling and kicking it with me on this Friday. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button for y'all come through. Y'all want to be so kind, hit a super chat for y'all lead. Y'all can do that as well. Like I said, Texas play against the Bears on Sunday, and I think the Texans will win. But I don't think that. I don't think it's gonna change much. I think Mills still has a bad game. I just think they just happen to win. Maybe they get some turnovers and hopefully get some defensive scores. I want to see some defensive scores. I want to see Darius Stingley or Petrie get a pick or two, a touchdown, a fumble return for a touchdown. Because I'm sick of people up here talking and clowning, not even clowning, just misrepresenting and mistalking about Darius Stingley. Because Darius Stingley has been playing solid. Yes, is he the best corner in the NFL? No, I don't know. So yeah. So if you was expecting Darrelle Revis, Champ Bailey, and Deion Sanders out the gate when it came to Darius Stingley, I'm sorry, because that's not what it's gonna be. I think he eventually gets to Champ Bailey level actually, but if that's what you was expecting, you wrong. But he's played very good. Like he's not been playing bad. People say he's been playing bad. He ain't been playing bad. He's been playing very well. He's been playing very good. Like has he had bad plays? Yes, absolutely. Has he had mistakes? Yes. But he's played good. This thing will be a Pro Bowler soon. Yes, I agree. I think he'll be a Pro Bowler next year, or at the very least the year after next, but maybe next year. You see the flashes. You see it. You definitely see it. So that's why I want them to do something nice and spectacular, so uninformed people who don't know what they're watching or don't understand football can shut up for a minute. But hey, I appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with your boy. Hey, make sure you hit that like button for y'all for y'all did. Make sure y'all comment. Hey, make sure y'all share this on all y'all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat. Make sure any type of social media platform you use, make sure you share this on all your same social media platforms. Also, follow me on social media as well. The link should be in the description. And if it's not, it's Spitz, SPITZ 389 underscore. That's an Instagram and Twitter. Hit me up. Hit me up. I holla. Hey, shout out to all my boys out there in Soft Sports. My boy Honcho, my boy Wise, my boy Wink, my boy Ray Ray, my boy Tenny, my boy Hector, Swisher, the boy Trill as well. Shout out to all y'all out there already.